Hear the noise.
And because of that law, they're not doing
All right, we made it to rivalry weekend. Early start, 5 o'clock Eastern, in the morning. We're here. We're here, and we got some stuff to talk about. We got some games to look at. I'll drop the StreamYard link, but I'm guessing because of how early it is, we probably won't get much of a crowd. So I get it. But if you are watching this back, please hit the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We will not be live for any of the games tonight. Going to be hanging with my parents, and I think my girlfriend's coming over, and we're going to watch the Iron Ball. And but in the meantime, we got other games to look at, kind of predict, and get into. So you ought to be a part of the show. Click the StreamYard link here. What's up, Daniel Berry? Good morning to you. Up and early. We had two really interesting games yesterday. For a little while, it seemed like it was competitive, but then Ole Miss kind of pulled away. But you had the Egg Bowl 38-19. Second half just went in favor of the Rebels big time, and kept Mississippi State out of a bowl game. Texas tries to, I guess, they ruin Texas A&M's perfect season. They win by 10 last night. Really good game. Both teams did great. It just ended up being a 10-point game, and Texas kind of got it there at the end. And I mean, if you watched that game last night, first off, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But, Arch Manning had an interesting game, a pretty good one, I guess. 14-29, 179 yards passing, a touchdown. Texas defense does their job picking off Marcel Reed twice. He had 12 carries for 71 yards. 20 of 32 is not bad. Casey Concepcion, the big-time receiver for Texas A&M this year, 5 receptions, 57 yards receiving. I think that's pretty good there, too. So, 2.5-point spread. Take Texas in the points. You would have won that. No turnovers for the Longhorns. You had 2 turnovers for Texas A&M in this game, 8 penalties. 7 penalties for Texas. In kind of an even game. Texas A&M had more time of possession, just was not able to come away with much after every single drive. At one point, they did lead 10-6 in the third quarter. Very defensive game up until the fourth, and 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. A&M tried to come back a little bit and failed. I don't know if you chop this up to just a late season push for Texas, or if you look at it as, we had a great run for Texas A&M, and the better team on the field that showed up beat us. Texas A&M still going to make the college football playoff, I think. Still could even make the SEC title. That's a good possibility. But now, what you have is you have a 7-1 Ole Miss in conference, a 7-1 Georgia, a 7-1 A&M. Let's say Alabama beats Auburn 7-1 there. There's no head-to-head with A&M, Alabama, A&M, Georgia, I don't think. So who gets it? Does Ole Miss have a shot? Their loss is Georgia. Alabama's loss is in conference to Oklahoma, 9-2 overall. They did lose that game to Florida State to start the season. Who makes the SEC title next week? Georgia made it in by beating. Well, let me say this. I think it was announced after this Texas game that Georgia made it in. They didn't necessarily make it in because they beat Georgia Tech. They made it in because Texas A&M took a loss. And now the fate of Alabama rests on beating Auburn today. Tonight. A night game. Yeah. Finally a primetime Iron Bowl. Finally. Anyway, what else is going on? I'm sure Lou's going to be live later this morning, but we'll look at the schedule. We'll look at some of these scores and stuff from this week and talk about it. Let's see. Share screen. College football schedule. Let's see. Not really a lot of competitive or close games yesterday. Boise State, Utah State was good. I mean, 1-point game for Boise State and the Broncos, and Iowa scored 40 on Nebraska. If you're Nebraska, that's sad because Iowa doesn't really score 40 much. But if you're Iowa, that's pretty good. That's pretty good there. Pay Ballard. Lou, I'm looking at you. Arizona beat Arizona State 23-7. Utah beat Kansas 31-21. 16-9 Georgia over Georgia Tech. Came down to the wire there in Atlanta. Georgia Tech should have won that game, man. I'm sorry. Georgia's a better team, but Tech was in that for a good while. What else is new? Indiana finishes a perfect undefeated regular season, number 2 in the nation. Could move up to number 1 if, depending on what happens with Ohio State and Michigan. We'll see. We will see. Let's do one there. So, and then you talk about the lineup for today. We mentioned Ohio State, Michigan. Both teams with something to prove, something to give this weekend. Zoom in just a little bit. Texas Tech at West Virginia at the same time. Texas Tech, a top 5 team. Miami at Pitt. That'll be good. Kentucky, Louisville. Clemson, South Carolina. Meh. Houston, Baylor. Which, by the way, no disrespect to the Palmetto Bowl rivalry. It's a good one, but disappointing seasons for both teams, I think. Colorado, Kansas State, Iowa State, Oklahoma State. Look how low some of these tickets are. UCF BYU could be good. It could be. Let's see. What's BYU? 10-1. UCF wins. They go to a bowl. Go to a bowl game there if they win. Let's see. Boston College, Syracuse, LSU, Oklahoma is the 3:30 game today. Of course, it would have come down to either that or the Iron Bowl. They put the Iron Bowl at night. I haven't had a nighttime Iron Bowl since 2014, and I think they were saying it's the first night one at Jordan Hare since 07? I think it was 2007, Saban's first year. Now, Auburn won, This kind of freaks me out a little bit, like, because at any other time it's always been like, um, it's been 3:30 on CBS. It was 3:30 on ABC last year at Bryant Denny when I went. Just saying. Just saying. Florida State, Florida. Did I skip one? Penn State, Rutgers. That could be good. Wisconsin, Minnesota. That's the Paul Onion. Paul Onion? No, Paul Bunyan. What the hell did I say? Anyway, Paul Onion. Paul Bunyan Axe Trophy. Troy and Southern Miss. I hear that's a really big rivalry. I've never actually watched that game. I want to pull for Troy because I got some friends that in Alabama that went there. So for their sake, I want to pull for Troy. Um, what do they? I'm going to be honest. I'm in the state of Florida. Is there actually a name for Florida State, Florida? What do they call it? Oh, I know. I heard this once. Sunshine Showdown. Yeah. It might be a beatdown though. I don't know. How bad is Florida? Anyway, Rice is South Florida, Maryland, Michigan State, SMU, and Cal. The late game though, Notre Dame at Stanford. Stanford has not had the best of seasons here lately. Not the best of seasons this year either. 4-7, probably not going to the postseason, but spoiling a rival in Notre Dame here, that would be good. So, yeah, could they do it tonight? We'll see. We'll have to find out. We'll have to watch and see. Y'all eat good this week? Turkey, ham, stuffing, or dressing, whatever you call it. It's Thanksgiving week. Of course, you know I ate good. And double check, by the way, our pick'ems, college pick'em. I don't even know. I don't know if we did the pick'em this week, actually. But I'll pull it up and we'll look at it. Oh, we did 61-61 on the year. Not a bad record. We're looking to go over 500 this year, and I think it goes through conference title game week. So we need some help here. Let's see. We got Ole Miss beating Mississippi State. Aztecs lost. A&M lost. Arizona State lost. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my prediction. I cannot pick against the Buckeyes. I know it's at Michigan and everything. How this really a tough game to pick. You say, well, Ohio State's the best team. That's true. But Michigan has won the last 3 meetings. No, 4 meetings. They've won the last 4. No matter where the game is. And if they win, they're 10-2. And possibly going to the Big Ten title game. Even if they don't, I mean, 10-2 and Michigan's back in the playoff. I mean, there's so much at stake here between these two programs today. I don't know. I don't know. Millis, roll tide, brother. How you doing?
Roll Tide, Ballard. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, man. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? You eat good?
I'm so full of turkey.
The stuff and the dress, or whatever you call it, all of it, the whole damn platter.
Yeah. I got to work today and I'm getting ready and I saw you were on, so I figured I'd come on and
Yeah.
join you. Uh,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I want your help a little bit picking some of these games. So, okay, is Michigan going to beat Ohio State again, or does
Yeah.
Ohio State get back?
No, Michigan's going to win because Ohio State can't beat Michigan the same
That's
way
fair.
Georgia can't beat Bama. It's
Facts.
just it's,
How
it's
about
just
this?
fact, you know. You can crunch the numbers, you can look at stats all you want, but the truth is, it just once in a while, Ohio State beats Michigan. Ohio State's a
And you
better
know
team than
what, too?
Georgia. Go ahead.
You know, yeah, Ohio State cannot lose this game and say, well, they just keep cheating. Well, Connor Stallions and Harbaugh are out the door, so what's your excuse now?
Right? Yeah, but that's my thing is what excuse will they choose from the excuse jar this year when they lose?
Yeah.
Because they're
Well,
clearly
here's
the
the
better team.
thing, too,
They have
is
a better record,
right. It
but
would
they're
be
still going to lose
different
because
if they have these same records, and let's say Ohio State was still dominating the series. Which, by the way, Michigan leads all time. They've won the last 3 or 4, whatever it's been, and if it was a little bit different this year, like, let's say Ohio State kept winning and won the last few still like it was a few years ago, and they lost to Michigan this weekend, you say, "Okay, well, rivalry games happen." Here's the thing. You've been losing to the same team for 4 years, and you won a national title. Not taking anything away from that, but if rivalry games matter, and to me, they mean the world. Like, Millis, Imma be honest, as much as I wanna see Alabama win a natty this year or get in the playoffs, like, I want nothing more than to beat Auburn right now. That's my focus, you know?
of course, yeah, of course, because that's why we're Bama fans, and that's kind of what it's kind of in a Bama fan's DNA. Uh,
Yeah,
the same way that there's a similar DNA among the Ohio State and the Michigan fans too. It's what makes us we're passionate about our team, and especially our in-state
mhm,
rivalry is more important to us. Listen, I live in South Carolina.
yeah,
I'm right in the middle of both the Carolina
Clemson,
fans and the Clemson fans
yeah,
think that their team is still 10 foot tall and bulletproof right now. You should hear the talk and the banter that's going on around here. Uh,
this week,
and both of those
yeah,
teams are in the toilet. So it doesn't matter who wins that game, but you try to tell a Carolina fan or a Clemson fan that right now because that's how
mhm,
rivalry does.
yeah, man.
And so
I'm tempted to switch my pick. I got it on Michigan right now. So let's look at these. So I lost a few. I got Ole Miss right. We can pick the remaining games. Part of me wants to pick Ohio State, like just because they're that good this year. Now, are they good enough to go back to back? They are, but it's probably not going to happen because it's hard to repeat. However, Michigan's really good too, even though they have 2 losses. They have a lot to play for. Winning this game will put them in the playoffs, and I think it puts them in the Big Ten title. I'll say this. Um, Let me think about this. Well, one of their losses was to Oklahoma anyway, so yeah, that's not a bad loss. But until I see Ohio State beat Michigan, Michigan owns Ohio State all time, owns them today, and they're just going to have to live with that. I'm picking Michigan until I
I mean,
see otherwise.
look, the Georgia fans are living through the same thing when it comes to us. You know,
Yeah.
Look at Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou refuses to bet Georgia to win against Alabama
Mhm.
ever. Even when he knows that Alabama's a better team or has a better record or whatever, it's a similar thing. It's the same thing as betting like Oregon versus Oregon State, which usually year to year, Oregon's clearly the better team in that rivalry. But there are
Yeah.
a couple of different rivalries where it makes sense to pick the better team, and obviously Ohio State's got more talent and stuff on the field than Michigan does, but there's just something that won't let you do it. You have to bet Michigan. And you
Mhm.
wouldn't want to pick Michigan to cover us. I wouldn't pick either team to cover any kind of point spread, at
No,
all.
I would just.
But
I mean,
in
I
a
would
pick 'em
only
win, you
pick.
got to go with Michigan.
Yeah, no, I would only pick a straight up winner. I wouldn't even try to predict the score. I'm just saying, look, Michigan's probably going to find a way to do it. You know?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. They do it every time,
Yeah.
and it makes me happy
What?
because I can't stand them fucking Buckeyes. The hell with them.
I can't
I don't
stand
like
either
the
one
team.
of
I
them,
just don't like
but
the fans.
yeah,
I mean, Ohio State's got a badass team this year, and I like watching them play. But
for
my
sure.
problem is just arrogant assholes that they call fans, and it makes me happy to see Michigan humble them once a year.
Yep. It's tradition now.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Let's see. Miami and Pitt. This might be tough to pick too. Pitt's been looking good. Miami could go 10-2 with a win. I like Miami here. I like them as a playoff team. I have all year. Uh, I'm gonna stick to it. I'll stick to it.
Well, at
Now, I
first,
don't know if they're making the ACC title game. I think well they could, I guess, but because you got Virginia up there and then it comes down I guess to SMU. It would be Pitt possibly if they win today, but we'll see.
well, that's a tougher pick than the Ohio Michigan for me. Like, I
That's
think,
all. See, when you talk about Ohio State, Michigan, not to go back to it too much, you you can have a feeling that Michigan's going to find a way. The Miami Pitt game, big game, kind of a big ACC rivalry right now, and almost a coin flip. 75% of people on ESPN have picked Miami with the pick 'em, but I really think it's a 50-50 game.
yeah, that's a tougher pick for me as far as uh, uh, Ohio
You know
State,
what?
Michigan,
Part
easy
of me
pick for me. But Miami and Pitt's a little tougher because I would
this is
want to.
at Pitt too. That's the thing. It's in Pittsburgh.
Pitt's got the home field advantage in that game, and you want to say, well, Miami's a better defense, but or offense
They
rather.
might have a better
But I
offense.
don't know about that. I mean, we saw. I don't know. I just don't know. That's a tough. That's a. I got to give the advantage to Pitt just because of the home field.
I
But
was
that's.
fixing to say the same thing. Like
I think
I
it's
think
a
I
great
could go
matchup as far
Pitt.
as teams. I think both teams are equally matched up in that game. That's a good
Yeah,
equal
that'll
match.
be fun to watch. Yeah. Um, Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. I'm gonna pick Jacksonville State because it's an Alabama team here. Other than that, I really don't have many thoughts on it.
Yeah, I have no idea on either of those teams. I don't know a player. I don't know a coach. I know nothing about them.
Jacksonville State is well, it was Rich Rod, then he went to West Virginia, but I don't know who it is now.
Can we skip to Florida and Florida State?
If it's on here, let me see. It's not on here, but do you want to talk about it though? What do you think?
Well, I just want to. I mean, I don't know how much I could say except both teams suck, and I would not want to be the team that loses to either team.
Now, is it gonna be bad to where it's a shootout because there's no defense, or are the offenses
Yeah,
bad enough to where they
yeah.
won't score and it's a baseball game?
Well, I feel like it's going to be a shit defense game. I think that it's going to be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
DJ
going to
D
70.
DJ Wagway Woo.
Yeah, I feel like there's
Yeah.
no defense on either side, on either sideline, and I think that the over and under uh, is about
What's this?
70, close to it.
Don't
If it
tell
ain't,
me.
because it's got to be. I would go 70 points total scored in that game.
I'm over it a little bit, but I still scratch my head that Alabama lost to Florida State. That's so
I
stupid.
know. I know.
The Gators are favored. Oh my God, dude. Okay, Florida State's 5-6. If they lose, they're not going to a bowl game. If they win, they'll go. But Florida's favored. It's in the swamp. Now, Florida State has a 52% chance to win, so that's over the half. And I don't know, man. It's I think Castellanos is a better quarterback than Lagway. Lagway has 13 picks and 13 touchdowns. Castellanos has 13 touchdowns, only 8 picks. This is tough.
It's a tough pick, actually, believe it or not, even though both teams suck. And it's
Yeah.
a similar thing what I was talking about a while ago with Carolina and Clemson. You can't convince the fans that it doesn't matter. You know, Florida's playing for a bowl game bid, and that's about it. That's about the only thing that matters in that game as a game.
Mm-hmm.
But you try to tell that to Octavian, you know.
Yeah.
I would
This is
give
Octavian.
and I really hope that Florida State wins it because at least helps us a little bit. So
As far as like making our loss, yeah.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean.
To be honest, Millis, at this point, I don't think that loss matters to the committee or anything. I really don't. I mean,
well, you got a good point there, Ballard. You might be right. Maybe I'm just overdoing it here.
Now, to a point, you would hate to lose to an under 500 team, but at the same time, Florida State's messed up on their own so much that Alabama, at the same time, even though they lost to Oklahoma as well, they have the Georgia win, they have the Vandy win, they beat Missouri, they beat teams like that. Like, they've done enough on their own to where if they beat Auburn today, I mean, can we still make the SEC title next week? Sure. And then we win that.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
I want to know if they
we
make
got to
the
win
SEC
game
title.
tonight. Alabama absolutely needs to win tonight, and Auburn is just poised to ruin our whole season. And
They're in a good position right now with the interim coach. That's the thing, and it's a night game at home for the Barn. I don't know. I got Alabama winning, but I just I'm hesitant.
Well,
But
this is one
for
of the
this
times.
yeah, go ahead.
This is one of those times where it's kind of like Christianity. It's a faith. You don't see it, you don't know it for sure, but you just believe it.
You just have to trust.
In similar fashion, I just believe in my team tonight.
Yeah.
Period. I'm all in this faith. If we
I've
go
been
out
joking.
there and lose, we'll be it.
Yeah.
There's been talk about DeBoer going to Penn State and all that mess. But
which I'm gonna be honest, I don't care if he leaves or doesn't leave. He's not bad. He's not great either. But
I'm super ambivalent about that. If he leaves, he leaves. Yay! If he stays, he stays. I'm exactly the same way, Ballard. And I've listened to a bunch of Alabama fans who are the same way. They're ambivalent about right now whether coach stays or leaves, and I'm the same way. I'm 50-50, and because he hasn't done a stupendous, marvelous job, but he's done okay. If he leaves, I won't be jumping off the moon.
Yeah.
Like I did when Saban retired.
Yeah. How about this game? Vabdu and Tennessee.
Vanderbilt and Tennessee. Oh man,
I got Vandy. That's in Knoxville, but I really like the Commodores to make the playoff. That's the thing, man.
I think Diego Poverty and the Commoders are going to win that game. Yeah, because I think Pavia is the better quarterback, and
I think so.
the
I think
Commoders
the
have got
defense
quite a
is
few
pretty good too.
weapons. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They got
Yeah.
some good weapons on defense, and they're going to be too much for Tennessee. This is another game where I would never pick, the spread or the over and under, anything numbers wise, I wouldn't touch. But and as far as picking the overall winner, Vanderbilt's going to get it done tonight. They're going to get over to Tennessee hump.
I'm gonna tell you
And
this: it's a 2.5 point spread.
yeah, it's
I
a
could
very
see
small spread.
Vandy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Vandy won by 10. That's how
Yeah.
good of a team Vandy is this year. But also, let's say if that's not covered and it's like a 1 or 2 point game for Vandy or Tennessee. Either way, do not touch this rivalry. I don't even know what it's called, but it's a big one in the state of Tennessee, and it's just not one you want to mess with this year. Not even last year, but like 5 years ago, it would have been like, oh, well, Tennessee's looking really good right now. Vandy's still in the toilet, blah, blah, blah. Vandy has been on the upside of things. Tennessee as well. They go together this afternoon. Who do you take? I don't know.
Well, they're playing in
I'm sticking
Knoxville,
with
right?
Vandy. It's in Knoxville and it's 3:30.
Yeah. And normally I would pick Tennessee just because of the home field, but
Yeah.
I just can't in this game. I think that the that Vandy gets past the Voltards
Give me
today.
Vabdu. Vabdu?
Yeah, I don't know where that bad bitty stuff came from.
I don't know, but it sounds funny and I'm using it. What'd he say?
Okay,
Vabdu was root?
that sounds like
Wherever the
Hunter
hell that
Billy.
came from. Vabdu sounds like voodoo is what it sounds like.
It's either Hunter Billy or it's someone imitating Hunter Billy. It's got to be. I've
Shout
been
out to
hearing that do
Slaw.
all season long, and it sounds
Yeah.
like some Dubu was root, which is just drunken slur.
Yeah.
And I think the Vabdu is either that as well, or it's an imitation of that as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where
All right.
it's sourced out from, but
I'm locking in Alabama, but again, at Jordan Hare, you never take it lightly. Our buddy Jeff Webster called it the Plains of Hell
yeah,
in Jordan Hare Stadium, and I don't
yeah.
blame him. And that's no disrespect. It's because anything can and probably will happen there. I think we win only because I want that to happen, but it would not shock me. Auburn's playing for a bowl appearance. If they find a way, hats off to them, I guess. I mean, I'll be pissed because I don't want to lose to a rival, but Auburn with the interim coach. Who is it? Durkin? DJ Durkin, the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it doesn't take another. First off, I hope it doesn't come down to a field goal, number one. Number two, I don't need too much heartburn. I hope it's not down to the wire. I also kind of hope it's a little bit close and competitive because I don't want to just it's the 90th edition. You want something great, right? In a way.
This could be a fourth quarter game, Ballard. It's just like,
Of course.
Alabama goes up in the first half by 28 points and then takes a crap in the second half, or vice versa. And I think it could be a fourth quarter game here because them all Barnes, they just love to ruin our seasons. They've done it before.
Well, they
It's
have
loud as hell in that place. It's a night game. Everybody's going to be pumped and drunk, and I don't know. It just depends on how Alabama shows up. We really need Ty Simpson, and we need our receivers to step up
Ryan
their game
Williams has
tonight.
to have a big game. Bernard and
Ryan
Williams
Williams needs a good game. what's the running back guy's name? I forgot his name right now. It's early.
Which one? We got a couple: Kevin Riley, Richard Young, whoever. But I would say this: it's
We
been
got to get a
it's
run
been
game
10
together.
years.
We got to be
Yeah,
able to defend the run. We got to get a run together. And
so
you can forget special teams for us.
two things I'll bring up about this game for Jordan Hare. It's been 6 years since Auburn won 2019. They haven't won it since last decade. They have not beat us since 2019. It also has been 10 years going back to the days of Derrick Henry and Jacob Coker at quarterback. The last time Alabama was able to just walk in there and win handily. They won by, I don't remember what it was, like 28-13 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
They won by a
yeah,
couple scores.
yeah.
That's what makes me nervous. Like, I feel like Alabama's good enough to do it. But Auburn trying to make a bowl game and ruin our season, killing two birds with one stone. I wouldn't blame them if it's close. It's just how it is, So I don't know what to expect, man.
Well,
I'm
I'm
just
like you.
excited. It's a night
I'm
game.
going on. I'm just going on blind faith. Roll Tide. The F the Barners. Uh,
Yeah.
we're gonna win that game. We got to win it. It's a must win. Kalen DeBoer, if he don't win this game tonight, can just get his ass on a bus and go to Penn State for all I care, and take Kane
I'll only
Womack and let
say
him go
that
with him.
the only reason I would agree with you is because it would put us at 9-3 again, and we would definitely miss the
Yep.
playoffs for a second straight year.
2 seasons in a
If
row,
we
you
had
lose
listen,
3 games
listen,
that you need to win. Yep, go to Penn State.
yeah.
Have a nice day.
Well, look,
Baba Ganoush.
if we had beat Florida State week 1, and let's say we only have the one loss to Oklahoma, not a bad loss. Oklahoma's a pretty decent team. If we were sitting here at 10-1 instead of 9-2, and we lose to Auburn, I would hate to lose to Auburn, but being at 10-2 would still possibly put us in the playoff. I wouldn't complain much. The fact that you're going on the road tonight in a hostile environment with everything at stake for both teams.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen. Amen. You
nine
got
and
one
three,
team playing for a
dude.
bowl berth, and they would love nothing more than to ruin us right now. And
Oh, I
we
know.
shouldn't even be in that position. Alabama should not be in that position. You done lost 2 games that you shouldn't have lost, and if you lose tonight, that's 2 seasons in a row. You've lost 3 games that you shouldn't have lost. Yeah, get your ass on the bus and leave. And
I
so
know,
I
right?
would be. However, if you do
What's
win
the
tonight,
spread? 5.5 points for
it's
Alabama.
5.5.
I don't care how you do it. Just win this game. I hope it comes down to us just having to get like a defensive stop. I don't know if I want to trust Ty Simpson in a hostile environment at night on the road to have to throw the ball up and hope for a miracle like Milroe did a couple years ago.
Yeah, I would like to go on the sleeper app and take the over and
Yeah.
under on how many false starts we get tonight.
Can you pick that on Sleeper?
I don't know. I don't know, but
Shit.
I think that site's only player stats. There ain't no other
I
prop
think
bets
it is.
in it.
Yeah.
It's
I
just player.
I have it. I'm not betting on rivalry stats. I just want to pick straight up winners or losers.
Yeah,
You never know with stats in a rivalry game, so I'm gonna just save it for bowl season or whatever.
yeah. Good idea. Because I agree with that.
Yeah. We got Bowl Mania too. Bowl Mania is gonna be fun. We'll have to find time for that when everything's announced.
Yeah.
It
And
starts on
I,
the 13th. Okay.
did you watch Georgia and Georgia Tech last night? You see any of that game?
Yeah, I saw. some of it. Georgia ended up winning, of course, but I thought Tech was gonna win this game, not going into it, but for a while, like it was. I don't know. It seemed like they were moving down the field pretty well. They had the offense going for a while, but they could never punch it in. Good red zone defense by the Dogs, but
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. It looked like somebody was standing somewhere in the stadium or behind the stadium and taking a light switch and turning it on and off. And every time they turned those light switch on or off, the defense would show up, or the offense would show up, or the defense would show up, or the offense would show up. You know, it was like two separate football teams wearing the same uniform. And one team was really good at defense, and the other team was really good at offense. Because, look, they really held Georgia's offense back most of that game. I mean, you got a 16-point game, and there was only one touchdown scored in the whole game. So the defense was doing its thing at times. And then other times, Stockton throws downfield for 45 yards, you know?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It was like they were being flipped on and off between being really good at offense. And if you look at GT's offense, like you said, they were moving the ball downfield, and they would get downfield and just choke and have to kick a field goal. Or just, give the ball away. There was only 2 turnovers in the whole game, one by each team. The turnovers were pretty evenly matched. I don't remember, but yeah, I think one was a pick and one was a fumble.
No, it looks well. There might have been a fumble, but Haynes King and Stockton had a pick each.
Well, okay, well that was your 2. There was only 2 turnovers in the game.
Okay.
And because I didn't watch the whole game, I had shit to do, and watching the game while I'm doing stuff, you know. And but it was a great game. I thought it was a fun game to watch, and a couple of times I went on stream and saw Rec and Sea Dog, you know.
Oh, I gotta go back and watch that. How
I was
mad
checking in on them guys to make sure they were okay in that. It was Georgia gave them hell. Georgia Tech gave them hell. Georgia Tech really put up a pretty good fight, and unfortunately they came out short on it. But I mean,
were they live on Sea Dogs?
They were on Sea Dogs, yeah.
Okay, it doesn't look like they were on Rec Talk, so I'm gonna go look.
No, they were on Sea Dogs channel, streaming the game. And but congratulations to the Dogs. I mean, I'm not mad that the Dogs won it. The Dogs clinched.
I don't care. Look, here's the thing, man. What gets me is all the Georgia fans out there saying they've surpassed Alabama, or they're the standard, or they done this. You can't even beat us. You beat us one time in the national title. Congrats. You couldn't beat us at home this year. You couldn't beat us last year in a close game. Like, anyone out there saying Georgia's the premier program, you're closer to not having a premier program at all than you are to Georgia being it, you know? Honestly. Now, Georgia's great. I'm not taking anything away, but I'm just saying. I'm just kind of ranting this morning.
Well, Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
You got to beat the man, yeah. Woo!
It would be fun to see a Georgia Alabama SEC championship game. That would be awesome.
That would give them play A&M.
That would give them an extra opportunity.
Yeah.
In that.
Well, Georgia's actually already in. We just
that's what I said. They clinched the SEC berth last night.
So if we lose, it goes to the Aggies. Is that right?
It goes to A&M. That's correct. Or it goes to a tie between A&M and Ole Miss or something. It might go to a tie.
They do a coin flip. What's the tiebreaker? Because they didn't play, did they?
No, they
Yeah,
didn't. I don't know
that's
which team's got
interesting.
the. I think both of them had the same record too in the
I
conference.
I'm fine with whatever. I want my team in the playoffs. Even if we beat Auburn, we're in and we're playing a rematch with Georgia. But it's just a weird SEC season. It's a fun one, but I'm looking at the standings. Let's see. You got 7-1 Georgia. I'm looking at conference records. 7-1 Georgia, 7-1 Ole Miss, 7-1 A&M, 6-1 Bama, 7-1 if we win tonight. That's going to be a close race.
Yeah.
Is there a chance they go back? Like they can't tell Georgia, hey, you can't make it in now that they announced it, right? Like
Yeah, Georgia's already in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like
So A&M lost last night. Okay, that's one thing. And the shakeup happens if Alabama loses tonight. It not only shakes up Alabama, it shakes up the entire SEC standings.
They look at points and stuff. I mean,
it's real simple. If Alabama wins, it becomes an Alabama.
If Bama wins, they're in.
If Alabama loses, because A&M lost last night, if Alabama loses, then
it's Ole Miss.
We got the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Between like A&M or Ole Miss, I believe. Well, we would be in tiebreaker too, but it'll shake things up. It's not so Auburn man is not looking to just tear us up. He's looking to tear up the whole thing tonight. If an Auburn win could shake up, it could put the SEC into a tiebreaker situation.
Yeah.
The same thing happens if Virginia Tech wins their game for the ACC.
Yeah, I want to double check. Well, we just looked at the ACC, I know, but yeah, Virginia's up there. Pitt. Let's look at standing, and then the winner of Michigan Ohio State goes and plays Indiana. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
In the Big Ten, yeah, and I don't even know.
Hold on, did Oregon and Michigan didn't play, did they? No, they didn't. What's the chances? I'm just asking. Let's say Ohio State loses today. You have 3 7-1 teams. Let's say Oregon wins too, but could we see Indiana, Oregon?
That would be fun, actually. That would be awesome.
I would love it. I would love it. But
I think Indiana's going to beat all of them.
Yeah. Well, I think the winner. I think it's going to be because of how good Ohio State is. I feel like Michigan's going to get in because Ohio State can't beat Michigan, like we said. So make it Indiana, Michigan next week. I think that would be a fun game.
That would be a good game.
Yeah. Who else? Oh, I have not yet. Oh, wait. When does Lou pay everybody? He owes me. He owes me $10. Iowa 8-4 on the year, by the way.
You know what? I don't know if everybody's forgot or not, but way back in the preseason, I went on the Outpick Vic show, and it was some sort of season totals. And win totals or something for the season.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he remembers that or maybe he wrote it down, but I did the very first Outpick Vic this year with Vic.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
But I don't know if it got shoved to the back and forgotten. And I don't even remember what we picked on.
Yeah.
I didn't write any of it down. But I don't know, maybe he kept a record of it and he remembers it or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he's got a whole notebook filled with it. He showed us one night.
Yeah, maybe he kept up with that because I didn't do a good job of it.
Yeah. I just remember in the off season, I said, Lou, I want to make some money. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, I want to bet a win total. He's like, okay, who? Who do you like? I'm like, Iowa. It's like, oh, yes, yes. They're at 7.5. What do you take? I took the over. He took the under.
Yeah. So where are they at?
They're 8-4.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
So
they were
you're
at
probably
7.5. I need 8-4 at minimum.
yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You made that. I'm not going to ask you how much money it was.
Well, I don't care. I mean, we bet what's his minimum? $10. Doesn't he pay you double if you win? Like 20
Yeah, I think
or
it's
something?
I don't know. I want to say $10, but I don't know.
Well, I think he throws in 10 and I had to cash out 10.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know, but I expect my money. Pay Ballard.
Hey, Ballard.
Hashtag pay Ballard.
Sorry for the random noises. I'm trying to get some laundry in the machine before I leave.
I got you. You're good.
Speaking of, I got to get out of here at 6 o'clock. I got to go haul dirt today, all day. Yeah.
Well, real quick,
I got
did
two trucks.
Lane Kiffin at his press conference last night, did he not say anything about leaving yet?
I was asleep. I didn't stay up that late, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you, sir. I didn't even know he had the press conference.
Well, he had his post-game press conference. Now, here's something that was put out.
Yeah,
Two
well,
things I see.
I didn't watch the
Go
post
ahead.
game press conference because as soon as the game was over, I went to bed. I had to
Yeah.
get up
Well,
early.
here, look at this. Look at this. Lane Kiffin's son Knox, cryptic words feel LSU is the choice over Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin is lining up LSU staff. Source. That's 6 hours ago on NBC. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I would not be shocked if he's heading to Baton Rouge.
You think so?
I thought, I really think it's going to be Florida. I don't know where the hell they're getting this LSU stuff. I think it'll be Florida, man.
I don't know, man.
I feel like I think LSU today is a better job, but if he goes to Florida, man, they could pay him a lot of money, and I really think he could turn Florida around, dude.
You don't think so?
I made a take this week. I made a video. I said he's not leaving the SEC, obviously. Like it's between LSU or Florida, right?
Yeah. I
And then
kind
you
of
think
like
Auburn.
having Florida in the toilet, though. I don't like
Yeah.
the idea of Florida getting better. I want Florida to stay down.
Yeah. You got Auburn too, but it seems like they might want to stick with DJ Durkin. Who knows? We'll see what they do tonight. If they beat Alabama, DJ Durkin's your head coach at Auburn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're going to go ahead
That
and
would be
just sign the
huge.
dotted line and give it to them. Yeah.
Now, if they play close and come up shy to us, I think he could still be the coach. If they lose in a blowout, it's time to send him packing too. Probably. Because it's like, well, we just needed someone for these last couple weeks. But dude, I like Lane Kiffin. I really do. But he's got to make a decision this weekend, this next week.
I don't like the
And I
way he
think
left
that he
Tennessee.
will. Oh, true.
I don't like that. Shouldn't have left Tennessee
Yeah.
that way. But and that would stop me from hiring him as a coach just by the way he left Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good coach, but
Yeah.
shouldn't have left Tennessee like he did.
Mhm.
You remember? I don't know if you watched Long Time. Long Time did like a BVD tribute stream the other day, and he played that video from BVD's channel.
Oh, yeah. I saw he went live for that. I haven't watched it yet, but I know it has been a year at this point, so
When he started just playing random BVD videos. One of them was the
yeah.
outrage video from Tiffin going, leaving Tennessee.
Was that the one
It was,
where he pissed on the jersey?
yeah. That was that one.
That was funny. Good
He
old
played
baby.
that.
I like his reaction to the Mount Cody block. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Damn it. And then when he saw them win in 2022, he just called it streak over. He's like, "Yeah."
Anyway, Ballard, I got to get off here. It's time to go trucking, dude.
All right, man. Be safe on the road, and we love you. And we'll have to talk next week and talk about this Iron Bowl.
All right, man. Love you, brother. Have a great day and a good weekend, and I'll see you on the flip side, bud.
All right, thanks, Mellis. God bless you, and roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Thank you, Millis. Appreciate you coming in. We'll give it a few more minutes. If we don't get anyone to join, we'll end the show, but it's up to you guys. The StreamYard link is in the chat of YouTube and Facebook. Appreciate y'all coming on and watching this morning. We got a couple people. So, yeah, I guess we'll pretty much get out of here. I got some stuff to take care of this morning and got to get to work at 11. So I know I got a few hours, but you know, we'll see. Mhm. Yeah. I think we had a good kickoff lounge show this morning. So, gotta put my helmets back. We had the two big games I was talking about. The Iron Bowl and the game with the Michigan Wolverines and a Ohio State. How about that? Does that make y'all feel better? Anyway, so I hope everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving. Hope you ate good. Finish up some leftovers this week and enjoy your football Saturday, rivalry Saturday. We will not be live for the game tonight. I'm gonna watch it with family and friends. Enjoy it. I'll probably do something at halftime and post game. We'll see. Other than that, Jesus loves you. I love you. Keep that head up. God bless. Roll Tide. Beat Auburn. And we'll see you next time here at BSM. Love y'all.